Hello everybody, Juan here in Rebuilding from Scratch. This week was an interesting one. So every week I get with myself for 60 minutes and then do a bit of a quick recap around all the things that have been happening. Number one, I had to have this little face-to-face conversation about failure, and then the understanding, not so much the rational part, but the emotional part, that failure can only happen because you're trying things, and that's okay. Failure is just an experiment that didn't go as expected, but you can learn a lot from it. And it's part of the job, right? It's been seen as this doom and gloom thing, but part of it is documenting things, experimenting things, realizing that things don't go the way you expected, and that's okay. That's part of the learning process. So the reason why it came through to mind is because last week I spent a lot of time just building more of some sort of a system that gives me a feedback loop on the things that I'm doing, so I don't get lost in the endless amount of things that I need to do on a daily basis. And then you feel like you're behind your schedule, a schedule that I created obviously on my own, and gives me a path and a way to prioritize things, but at the same time I can just be flexible with it. And the fact that certain things that I tried didn't work, it doesn't mean that it's, at the end of the world or anything. At the end of the day, you look back and you go, it's fine, it doesn't matter. One of the mindset and growth things that I'm trying to do is like getting exposed to more podcasts and learning new skills. So this week was all about, on the Diary of the CEO, there was an episode with Evan Spiegel, which is the CEO and co-founder of Snapchat. And it was super interesting, the whole episode, highly recommended. But what stuck with me is maybe three things. Number one, he talked about, one of the things that he's noticed about success is when people care, when founders care, when there's this notion of care more than anything else, care for the problem you're trying to solve, care for your audience, care for your team. And that care is what will make you go the extra mile. Care and curiosity are imperative to anything to be successful. And the other thing they talked that I was really impressed by was like one of their values, or two of the values, is creativity and being kind. And I love how they mix these two, or they kind of align with each other, because let's face it, you can't really be creative unless people are kind to you. You need to have a safe place where ideas come from, and even if you have not a great idea, you still feel like people can be kind in their feedback, in their comments when you give those ideas. And the third thing was, have as many ideas as you possibly can, because 1% of those ideas will work, 99% are not going to work. And the quicker you go into market or test things with users, or then you increase your learning rate. And that was pretty insightful for me. The more you test things that don't work as expected, then you increase your rate of learning. And that sat with me so well. It's amazing how some things just align with what you're going through in the week. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommended. Diary of the CEO. It's a conversation with Steven Spiegel, CEO and co-founder of Snapchat. And I think that's it. The other thing is I started kind of contemplate this idea around, wouldn't it be cool to have like a little, maybe there's something online, I don't know if you know of a place or a thing that already exists. I've tried Notion, I've tried Asana, but they don't connect with each other. They're not as seamless as what I would like to. So it would be cool to imagine having like a little set of intelligent boards designed to kick you off with all these rituals and all these things, but a place where you just update one thing and it just automatically updates everywhere else. So this idea of like a little operating system for founders when they're starting on their own, and it's just plug and play, and you start to build little by little, like the little blocks that I had to do at the beginning, like your overview, why are you doing what you're doing, your SMART goals, and how do you track those SMART goals, then your trackers, then your goal, then the SMART goals, then if you have revenue trackers, then you have something that reports on revenue, or an experiment, or reports on content, as opposed to having all these tools siloed or having to do all this manual entry, which is a nightmare. So I don't know if you've heard of anything like that, or If you've been exposed to a solution like that, it would be cool. If not, it's something that maybe I could try to explore just so I keep optimizing my own workflow. That's it, end of week, and continue exploring ideas for next week and hopefully start to see where I land with more experimentations in market. Thank you. Bye.